Hey, good evening. Happy Friday evening. It's the weekend. I'm here to play Immaculate Grid again. Did all right yesterday. I think I went over on the time, but I had like a 12 on the rarity, so I'll call that decent. Call that a little bit better than par. What do you think, Birdie? I don't actually know anything about golf, but I do know some baseball, and I like to banter about it, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's get into it. Let's start sharing, and let's play Immaculate Grid. So this would have been the timed round yesterday. Let's hit refresh. Let's hit play, and away we go. All right, that's going to be a Mike Lowell. That took too long. Let's go Gary Sheffield over here. I don't know who's going to be super rare on that though. Miguel Cabrera also works there. Let's see. Get a Ryan Klesko in there. Get a Ricky Henderson. That seems pretty obvious. All right, let's see here. Otis Nixon definitely stole 30 bases. Um, Brian Hunter? Nah, shoot. I don't know which one. I think I can figure it out, but I didn't want to risk it. All right, Daryl Evans. And let's grab Edgar Renteria. Spell it right? All right, I'm gonna call it exactly a minute. I think I saw zeros, but we'll call it exactly a minute. Got a 111 there. Let's see. What are the scores here? So 20% on Mike Lowell, 1 and 5. 1% for Edgar Renneria. Maybe I should have held on to that one. Or maybe I should have held on to him over here. Al Simmons will work for both. That is my guy. Um, Otis Nixon with 4% down here. I played one season with Boston, had a bunch of stolen bases. I think if memory serves me correctly, it was the most stolen bases that the Red Sox had had in a long time. Like maybe since Tris Speaker, who I know will also work. I don't know if he's the best answer. I think Dom DiMaggio stole a bunch of bases. Um, Cabrera 4% is not surprising considering he's going to be the most popular for this one. And he was mainly a third baseman and a first baseman. For the Marlins, played a little left field, then a little third base, then was traded to the Tigers. Ultimately became a first baseman, then back to third base when Prince Fielder was signed, then back to first base, and then to his natural position of DH. Um, all right, cool. Let's do we can do a stop share, and we can reshare, sharing that incognito mode. So yeah, I mean, most of my score was on these couple guys here. Took 8 of 12, and then Ashburn took 2%. All right, hit and refresh. New perspective. And a Willie Banks will work. He hits a bunch of teams. Banks, not Blair. Yes. All right, off to a decent start. I will almost certainly use Al Simmons. I think I'll use him here actually. Because I know this one's a little bit of a struggle. I think I could probably come up with someone else here. Maybe. We'll see. Jack Quinn, I believe works. Right? He played, yeah. I remember he played for a team in each division and the Yankees and Red Sox, or probably like the Pilgrims and Highlanders or something. But um I'm pretty sure this works. There we go. Point oh 0.03. I maintain he looks like Sinatra and hits a bunch of teams. So let's go Al Simmons there. Oop, he's creeping up. Point 0.2. He didn't play for the Braves or the Tigers very long. I think he played one season for each team. Let's see here. So you get Dontrell Willis will work. I think that's going to be pretty popular. I went with Sheffield. Um, Granderson will work. I wonder how many people remember Granderson's little brief little time in Florida. Um, yeah, down here, 30 stolen bases. I want to say Kirk Gibson works. That'd be an interesting one. Brian Hunter, I'm remembering the 97 season. I think he stole 70 plus bases. It was just kind of there. The problem is there was two of them. And they played around the same time. I believe Brian Hunter, the slow-footed first baseman, played earlier. So I think that would be the Brian Hunter. I just don't know if that would be the best score though. Let's see. Any person who has both played left field at some point and stolen 30 bases. So Henderson, Raines, Barry Bonds, all good choices. I want to say Molitor would work. Ryan Braun will work. Yelich will work. From the Brewers. Um, I want to say Molitor would work though. I think Molitor played a little bit of the outfield in the when the Brewers were trying to find a place to put him. I just don't have that much confidence in that one. Not a ton. Um, who else? Darryl Strawberry mainly played right field, but I think he snuck his way over into left, especially like when he was with the Yankees later in his career. I think he pretty much had to. Chad Curtis also played for the Yankees in those days. I think he'd work. Um, Shannon Stewart, there's an option. Stole a lot of bases. Um, I recalled Alcides Escobar playing an inning in left field, and he was really fast. I just don't know if he ever actually stole 30 bases. Um, and then let's see here from the for the Braves. Just thinking Darrell Evans would actually work there. Um, Jeff Burrows maybe, Bob Horner maybe. Otis Nixon will work, but I've already used him. Let's see. Klesko is who I used before. Duh. Can't use him. Ron Gant will definitely work. I think Reggie Sanders works. And Sanders usually played right field, but I think when the Braves had Sanders, they also had Brian Jordan. And so Reggie Sanders would have played left field for the Braves. Maybe I go with that one. There's at least some logic there. All right, point two. And let's see, does Willie... No, Willie Blair does not work. He did not play for the Marlins. He played for the Rockies. Um, I already used Renneria down here. That was silly because I might need that. That that's not a ton of teams do that. Pudge Rodriguez will work, but I think that'll be pretty popular too. Um, we think of Jim Eisenreich. Goes 1%, not bad. And 30 stolen bases. See, here you can dance around the horn, and usually left field is a pretty speedy position. Um, most of the time. And I've named a few Brewers who I think would work. Um, Ron Gant would work. Let's get Sanders and Gant. They share a lot of the same teams, and they both bounced around a lot. Very similar in that regard. But Gant was a 30-30 guy, so I know he'll work. He goes sub one, but still higher than the rest. Well, not Eisenreich. All right, 30 stolen bases. Tigers don't want to go with Ty Cobb. Maybe Kirk Gibson. I feel pretty good about Brian Hunter. Not sure on Alex Sanchez, who the Brewers traded to the Tigers. Um, yeah, let's see how Brian Hunter does. Let's make sure we get the right one though. 2%. I'm gonna say it's decent. And let's go Tris Speaker out here. 4%. Probably could have done a little better. And then this one's a little tricky. Luis Gonzalez was with the Tigers before, I believe, the Marlins at the end of his career. Let's see how he does. Yeah, definitely the right one. All right, end up with a score of an 8. I think that's pretty good. Went point 0.2 on Luis Gonzalez. Okay, that was a good get. Um, Obviously I could have done better, especially on Eisenreich and Gant. Um, for left field. Look at this. You got 500 options. Yelich is the most popular. Okay, Henderson, Cobb, Betts. All right. John Smoltz only played about half a season with Boston. He registers the highest for these folks. I want Jack Quinn, zero point zero 0.03. Doyle Alexander leads. He's the most among the Braves and Tigers. That Smoltz trade, which I wrote about and defended in my book, is historically notorious. And then Beckett, he was in the Lowell trade, which also involved Hanley Ramirez, who also would have worked. So pretty high percentages for the most part, a little under 50% here for some of these Tigers players. But pretty stoked about that. Nate's pretty good. So I am gonna call it there. Thank you so much for playing, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.